This car has been sitting in my yard for years at this point. It's time to accept the fact that we aren't going to work on it anymore and move on so someone else can enjoy the car. First thing to get this car running again, I'm going to replace the battery that is dead from sitting for years. Next, I'm going to install this alternator bracket that was missing on the car when we got it. Previously, I had made a temporary DIY solution that became a permanent fix. Surprisingly, I contacted the previous owner and he still had the original bracket sitting on a shelf. The car was able to fire up with a little time cranking, but it wasn't really running right. Alright, the demonstration. Cylinder 1 is fine. You can hear it stumble. Cylinder 2 is the one that has the problem. No change. So I don't think it's a spark. I put a borescope down that cylinder and didn't see anything wrong with it, and that was the extent of my diagnosing the problem. The last thing I'm going to do is put the stock struts and wheels back on the car. While I'm doing that, I would like to share some final thoughts about this project. Before we bought this car, I was taking my daily driver to the autocross. There were plenty of stripped out Miatas and Civics there that I thought were really cool, and I wanted something like that for myself. That's when we bought this project. We completely removed everything, fixed up the suspension, put it all back together, and we're ready to go. The problem was, now the car only had a single purpose. I drove my daily all the time and mostly forgot about the Integra. I found that having a car I could not enjoy driving other than at the autocross did not appeal to me. We both had fun and learned a lot in the process of taking this car apart and putting it back together. Neither of us are mechanics, and before this, both of us had only ever done general maintenance on vehicles. This project really gave me confidence to take on some bigger jobs repairing my other vehicles. With that being said, it's time for the new owner to load up the car and head out. He told me he will be using the car for dirt track. And that will be the end of this episode and this series. Thanks for watching.